And I urge all of our citizens to participate in the crusade against crime by assisting our law enforcement officers and providing timely information to them as they seek to arrest this plague in our society. Indeed, we intend, through our community policing initiatives and through the work of a strengthened National Crime Commission, to provide more opportunities for all members of our society to become much more fully engaged in the fight against crime. My fellow comrades, my colleagues have presented a very broad summary of the manifesto, so I shall not delay you much longer. But before I end, I must mention that although the manifesto has carefully avoided overly ambitious promises, the Labour administration has an ambitious program of development for the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. All of these plans are included in our strategy documents, including the budget and the medium-term adaptation strategy. We believe that it is reckless to just promise a shopping list of projects outside of the context of the overall planning mechanism. These plans include the building of a second pier at Port Zante, the provision of a laptop computer to every single child in our federation, and the establishment of facilities to ensure that every person that is provided land under the Special Land Distribution Initiative is given the opportunity as well to build his own home. In particular, we will establish what I call a financing facility at our development bank to assist in this particular endeavor. We will also establish a guarantee scheme that would help people approach other banks, but who do not have all of the necessary collateral. This guarantee scheme would also assist our students who have been approaching the development bank or our commercial banks for loans, but who do not have the necessary sureties or collateral. As of now, virtually every student who wishes to be provided funding for higher education is provided such funding at our development bank without regard to politics or other irrelevant criteria. But there are still some persons who find it difficult to get the two sureties required by the banks to secure student loans. That is not good. We intend to remove this impediment through the operation of the new guarantee scheme I just mentioned, that will commence operations before the end of the first quarter of this year, 2010, when we would have been returned to office after the 25th day of January this year. Comrades, my fellow citizens, my proud citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis, tonight I say to you that the future looks bright under Labour, and my team looks forward to a new term with great enthusiasm to serve the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. My fellow citizens, I have never offered myself in elections without serious reflection on my own ability to make a difference for our people. For this year's elections, I did undergo the usual self-evaluation in deciding whether I should continue to offer myself to serve you as the Prime Minister. But I did not have to reflect for very long the monumental challenges before us at this time. They made it very clear to me that at this moment in our history, when the globe continues to throw up challenges and problems of unprecedented magnitude, my country, my St. Kitts and Nevis, needs me and the Labour Party more than ever before. Even more critically, the overwhelming support that our people have demonstrated during this first 9 days of campaign and throughout the period that the successful Labour team has been in office has persuaded me that you, the people of Labour and of our proud nation, share this very view. It is not my aim at all to hold on to the position of Prime Minister until I am old. I am old as a man. I am sure you would not wish that for me at all, because that is not good. But I became convinced that any disruption in the leadership and the policy-making framework of this country at this particular time in our history would constitute a betrayal of the people trust, the people of St. Kitts, their trust in St. Kitts and Nevis. And so, in the Honorable Sam Conda, in the Honorable Dr. Timothy Harris, in the Honorable Cedric Liebert, the Honorable Dr. Asim Martin, and in myself, we have an effective team that could provide policy continuity through these very difficult times. But at the same time, my dear people, we have added new blood and fresh ideas through the addition of our Royal Lady, Marcella Liebert, through the icon of our youths, Dr. Norjan Wilson and Glenn Bose Phillip, to our progressive team. Of course, as time rolls on, Labour will continue to change from within, in keeping with the demands of our times. And so tonight, as I launch this document, I ask you, my dear comrades, are you ready? You ready? Let each of us, if we are truly ready, work hard over the next 9 days. Work hard to bring your neighbors, your co-workers, your relatives, and your friends on the winning train of Labour. There is much that is at stake. I ask you to go out in the byways and in the alleyways. Those who you know are going to vote for Pam, remind them that their vote will be wasted. Pam will not form the government. Labour will. And so, they must come on board. Embrace them to come on board. Embrace them to come on board the Labour train. Because we want to make sure that there is all on board this labor train.